viruses. I kind of ended up using some of those accidentally, just cause the mouse keeps fucking with me, misclicking and all that. Okay, got some more ammo. Very happy. Ooh, actually, speaking of getting more things, this is gonna be old by the time this comes out, but fuck it.
Jensen, Sarah had me hack the convention center security.
Actually, I'm after buying a ton more Magic the Gathering cards. I was saying before in one of my mage things, Blood Elf videos, my last playthrough, that I recently got into Magic the Gathering, and it's been a while since that recording, and certainly it's been a while since, by the time this comes out, you know, it's gonna be 2018. Things will have changed, but you know, I can't commentate for what will happen then. You know, I can only say what is happening now. But yeah, I'm after ordering 141 cards, really 145, but 4 of them are double face cards. As in, say if you have a card that's actually a card on both sides rather than a card on one side and a card back on the other. Like actually, like, you know, blah de blah of blah blah on one side and just Magic the Gathering on the other side. Some cards are blah blah on both sides. Like they transform kind of thing, or they meld. Like you flip them over and flip another card over and put them together to get one card. You put these these other cards into your deck instead of them. So when you get those cards and you play them, well, when you draw, you can draw those cards, and they'll look like any other card. And when you go to play them, you can swap in the correct card. So yeah, I grabbed a few of those. So yeah, it's really fun.
He isn't there.
Taggart will know where he went.
You really think he'll tell you in the middle of a riot? In front of all the media?
He will if I ask real nice.
Well, if that doesn't work, he also has a dressing room backstage. Seems to me a man like Taggart must keep close track of his employees. Speaking of which,
oh, there's the continuation of the side quest. But yeah, it's actually I'm actually really enjoying it. Pardon me though, like, I'm obsessed about recording. It's just like, I wonder if there's a way for me to record this. There isn't, but I would love to. I'm still green enough, like I don't actually know what to call the types of decks that I actually have. I just know I have life gain, and I also sacrifice minions a bit, and I bought cards that kind of benefited from that. Like I've Extractor of Sin, and I'll be sacrificing other cards, but it's mainly my Desperate Sentry, as he gives a token when he dies, and Extractor of Sin gives a token when you sacrifice someone. And I have other cards like Unruly Mob and Galvany Unhallowed, which become more powerful as other cards die, other creatures die. So I got other cards that either give me new creatures so I could sacrifice them, or they give me benefits for losing creatures. Like one card does damage to my enemy and heals me for when I lose a creature. And there's another card I got that damages my enemy whenever I heal. So it's, it all stacks together and seemingly works well. Of course I'm green, so I may have just wasted 40 quid, but it's, fun is fun. And in all honesty, I doubt it's wasted. But anyway, let's get back to Deus Ex.
I also backtraced that breach in our own firewall. The one Sarah opened but forgot to tell us about.
The one he was using right before he hired me. Right.
Looks like our boss was being chatty with a private detective named Brent Radford. He lives on Earl's Court, in case you want to get chatty with him too.
I love how he says that. I really like it. I can't put words to it, but just the way he says that. I love it. So anyway. Okay, and there. Don't mind me, just looting where some nutter hit a gun. I'm totally not the nutter. For once. Anyway.
escalator has broken down this week.
Seriously.
Tell me about it. Now with all the damage out there, I doubt we're gonna see any increase in funding anytime soon.
Looks like the only thing escalating are those damn riots.
Well, at least you got a good sense of humor. Ow! Christ. That's not healthy. Don't think I'm missing out on anything important down there. Actually, no, I am. Yes, like who would want the Icarus landing system? Idiots, that's who. All the cool people are falling to their deaths.
He gave us the chance to better ourselves, to reach for limits that we couldn't even imagine before.
Like seriously, with all with cybernetics and all that, you could probably become immortal. We've never got that before. Says the cultist. Like seriously, if you look up the name cultist, and if you look up the word cultist in dictionary, it looks like that guy. There's a picture that looks remarkably like him. Like seriously. But anyway, running past people who think someone can turn themselves into a robot, which can't be done. No, maybe it could be, but they would have to really like fuck with their head. You know, become mechanical and somehow, I don't know, lobotomize themselves. But even then, they'll just be a lobotomized human that's mechanical. You know? There's a difference. A difference, I tells you. But anyway, you could go in here if you want to just raid Taggart's place. But, it's messy. So, I'm not going to do it. Like I said, I might do it another time. But, not right now. Wait. I think I just found a way in. Like seriously, why would you hook a vent up like this? What, right from the toilets into someone's room? Why would you do that?
Don't you want to know what's going on out there? Just can't watch these cowards with masks throwing rocks. I believe in their cause, though. I don't feel like being a slave to a bunch of super soldiers in 5 minutes.
But yeah, like why would they hook it up like this? I hope in the sequel they kind of have better stuff. They have it done out better. So anyway, I'm not gonna go in there right now. I'll leave a save here. I wish I could name it, but I can come back at a later stage and do it. When I don't know. I'll say this. I'm sure I'll do it at some stage. I just can't say when because it's. I just kind of want to get this done now because I've had to go replay through so much. That's it, pretty much. I just kind of want to progress. I don't want to deal with that shit.
But that is exactly what I am telling you.
Just because he came in the middle of that sentence, he probably means self-directed human evolution, but he also comes off as a creationist.
Seraph Industries was attacked by
So it's hard to be sure.
Whose objective was to cripple our research. But I've learned the attack was just a smokescreen. Megan Reed's team was kidnapped, and Isaiah Sandoval, your personal aide, was involved.
That is ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for Mr. Jensen's intrusion, and I assure you that these accusations
That was my shoulder, if you could hear that. That crack.
This is Sandoval. Why are you calling me here?
There's been a change of plans. Seraph's team must not make it to the hearing.
But that's too soon. If you want me to remove the GPLs, I'll need a full operating suite. Does the facility have one?
That's your man, Taggart. Talking about removing implanted GPL devices so that the people who took Seraph scientists could cover it up.
I see what's going on here. Seraph Industries has received 2 black eyes in the last few days. The first due to the shocking news coming out of Montreal that biotech
Montreal,
companies are
of course,
participating in unethical super soldier experiments. and the second as a result of their violent escalation of today's peaceful protest. David, Seraph, and his corporate bedfellows are desperate.
Ooh,
and in imminent
that's kind of
danger
shitty.
losing the regulation
Oh, you know, you
this
people
man
getting mobbed,
has been
it's their
sent here to
fault.
attack my reputation.
I'm right here, Taggart. Look at me. I admit, I wouldn't feel bad if your reputation was damaged.
Triple alpha, but I'm just gonna keep, you know, confronting him directly, and I'll, you know, talk him down.
For the truth to come out.
The truth, Mr.
For whatever reason, I prefer to do that than just using this. It feels cheaty.
It could have been made by anyone in the world with a grudge against Humanity Front, and you are our prime suspect.
You're right, it's not enough to get a conviction. But it's enough for a search warrant. That's all I want, Taggart. Why are you standing in the way?
I'm not. I'm trying to protect... Look, Mr. Jensen. My heart goes out to you. Perhaps it's best that you came to me rather than bringing this recording to the police. You need it to be some kind of proof because you're still suffering. You're trying to find someone else to blame for the emotional trauma you experienced when you woke up from that surgery and discovered you were no longer quite human.
Oh, fuck you. It's really something to say for someone. You know how you nearly died, and part of the reason you're still alive is your mechanical organs, mechanical parts. They mean you're not quite human. Like it would be better if you had died.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be insensitive.
That's put in mildly.
If you could see your situation clearly, you would realize you're being driven by your losses. Your actions
like that's actually a really shitty thing to say to a person.
Control at my expense.
Like seriously, could someone break his face?
Of course I want control. Every time I touch something I wonder, just for a second, every time, if what I'm feeling is real. It's a bit like being in charge of an organization, I bet. You always know what the people at Humanity Front...
He kind of looks like he's shitting himself here a little.
Of course not. Well, that is to say, I don't need to. From the very day I founded Humanity Front, I made it clear that the group would be devoted to non-violent resistance. To deviate from this would mean dishonoring the memory of the very woman whose murder caused me to found the organization. Mr. Jensen, how can you possibly accuse me of doing otherwise?
Confront.
I know about your wife's murder, Mr. Taggart. And how it led
You know this thing that pops up here about the lungs or the heart or whatever? I think they have no real use. It's just like added flavor to it, but I don't really know any. It might have significance. I don't know.
For her sake, and for the sake of my people.
I think it's meant to be signify something about his lungs, but I don't know if it's what it's meant to signify exactly and what it means for me.
What I built in her name. I'll help you find Isaiah, and I pray that you are wrong about him. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize, but I'm going to have to beg your indulgence for a few moments more.
There was a religious thing before, indulgences. You could buy your way into heaven. You give the church so much money, and you're guaranteed a space in heaven. If you're a richer person, like say a king, you could build them a cathedral, and you're guaranteed a space, a place in heaven, and yeah, you could do whatever, but and you'd still get that place in heaven. It pissed quite a few people off, because you know, other people with different views on things and whatnot. Well, I think it pissed quite a few people off. The only person I can remember is what's his face. Ooh, there's that. There is a Martin Luther, not King, but the German monk that founded Protestantism.
Mr. Jensen,
Sick.
He has an... Mr.
That'll...
Okay. Now I have 3 praxis points. Don't really need them. But, alright. We'll get aim stabilization. Wait, no, that's recoil. Aim stabilization. Movement-induced aiming penalties. I'll still get it, even though I don't think it's for what I want. Yeah, I thought it was only if you're moving and doing this, but no. It takes away any sway, which is very nice. Oh, there's another thing. No loot, no loot. There's actually like a big stairwell somewhere. I just don't remember how to access it. It's not a big deal. Just, I know, I kind of want to jump down it right now. Leads you right down to the lobby. I swear it exists anyway. I can't remember. I want to hear this. Does anyone do anything?
An augmented man, a stranger. So you tell me where the real danger comes from. The humanity.
Nah. I was kind of expecting some more to come of than just that, rather than someone just ranting and rambling. But no. Anyway, how'd I go?
It's a reliable source, God. Jensen? I almost didn't recognize you.
Okay, going forwards. About, bomb, Jacob, source, details, task,
I didn't...
accept.
Fine.
Well,
Nikki, just...
yeah.
No.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Well, we know where he is, so we'll just head straight there. Once I get around to doing that. I'm actually going to go and have a chat with the PI first, because that's what I did all this for. You better goddamn appreciate it. I'm joking there, just to be clear. I hope you enjoy it, hope you like it. You know, if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. Okay, buy. I'm tempted to buy these, but I don't have the space. Okay. Now I can get a few more things. Well, firstly buy you. And you know what? You will help. Even though I stout most of the time, there's still some more. There's one more boss fight. You know, with the head of the Merc group. He's gonna be a boss fight. I don't think it's really much of a spoiler to say that. I know one way of easily taking him down, but I'm not sure if it still works. But I'll work towards getting it. On the off chance. I wonder if the I wonder where the lady that was looting the bin that was here. I wonder where she is. Hope she's fine. Wait, what's that? Please control social disorder. Oop, excuse me. Ah, my eyes sting. Oh, you get XP for actually wandering into these places. Alright then, I'm going to go do it. Out of my way. Alright then, I'll wander into them then. If that's the case. Yeah, I could have gone about this a better way. But fuck it. I'll get there when I get there.